Is mine, indeed. And one thing I do really like about the Final Fantasy Reborn is that it finally ditched that bullshit, hey, you have to pay for each character slot thing, because that is just, that is balls. That is so stupid of a design choice, and I hate the fact that it still exists in Final Fantasy XI, and I hated the fact that they tried to do that in Final Fantasy XIV. It was absolutely pointless. Kagu? Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. I'm really bad with names and pronouncing them.
Greetings,
and just
Beba.
anything involving them, basically. But yeah, don't mind me. I go on rants a lot, so, you know, you guys can let me know to kind of stop. Sigurheim. Let me go ahead and get... I remember this story from this, these little scurv thingies, whatever the hell they're called. Because I think what the story is, and I remember it from a while ago, because it was actually surprisingly almost like touching. Caliber Legacy server, because that's the one my friends had to wait until maintenance to get on. Yeah, a lot of the Legacy servers are almost impossible to get onto because they have a character cap limit on them. Actually, am I on Hyperion? Am I on Excalibur? Shit. No, I think that's right. I think I tried to get on Excalibur, but I couldn't, so I got on Hyperion instead, or something like that. Because it's actually pretty good. I mean, it's, like I said, it's better with keyboard and mouse, but the controller is not bad at all. You know, is really, you know, it's very doable, you know what I mean? And in a lot of ways, for like solo questing and stuff, you know, if I just want to chill and relax, it's a lot, if anything, it's actually probably even easier on my hand than it is, excuse me, Shardling, you need to, like, slow your roll, please. I'm not down for your bullshit today, please. So you need to back the hell off. But, shit, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought again. But, you know, the controller, if I'm just doing, you know, simple solo questing, actually feels kind of easier on my hands than, you know, using the keyboard and mouse. But that's also because I have either, like, carpal tunnel or assist or something. I can't get it myself. It's Shuro clothes looking like this. I don't dare leave the village. Not everyone is as understanding as you. But wearing a disguise at first glance would be just a Shugo. Goenark, hot by. Lake's Edge. At the Lake's Edge, eh? That's right, I mentioning before I remember this quest. It was, because these guys are actually Elios in disguise. They went rifting, got trapped, and then they disguised themselves as these guys. So that way they wouldn't be hunted down and murdered. With my friends joined as I house, so hasn't been an issue for you yet. Well, you're very lucky. I don't even think I think I have a free company, but I don't really think I've talked to them very much. Don't you screw with me, please. Oh, cool. Thanks, random sorcerer, song, chick, lady, spirit master, that what you're called. I know that. But yeah, Final Fantasy XIV, I mean, pretty much a vast majority of MMOs that I've toyed with and played, they all have good qualities to them. I mean, even, like, I know this is going to sound batshit crazy, even though Algalon is Algernon is a bad fucking game, there were aspects to it that actually made it good. You know, I was actually surprised when I was going through both of their leveling areas, you know, that I saw that, you know, their level design in Algernon was actually not bad. Like, there was an idea behind it, you know what I mean? There was a purpose for the level design. It wasn't just, you know, copy-pasted, you know, towns and you know, flora and fauna. I mean, like, shit, Final Fantasy XIV version 1.0, those massive-ass maps that they had, they were fucking copy-pasted. Like, they just straight up took entire giant chunks of the map and just copy-pasted them 20 or 30 times. And I mean, it was fucking blatantly obvious. They copy-pasted the fucking terrain, you know. And that was a AAA game, so I mean, I can give Algernon credit for having, you know, for actually putting some, you know, thought behind their level design. Now, it pissed me off that of the, like, 30 massive zones you see on the map, only, like, fucking 2 were available. And apparently, if you don't pay like 10 or 15 bucks, you can only get to the level 30 cap and, you know, a bunch of other things like that. And the fact that the combat is really bad, the animations are really bad, you know, it's clunky and it's a bad game. It is a bad effing game, dude. But, you know, but the level design was actually, it stood out to me as it had potential to it, you know, and it's a shame that, you know, the people who made those level designs had clear talent, and it's a shame they got suckered into such a shitty-ass game, man. It's a bad game. Don't play it. But, even for free, don't play it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth the investment. But, you know, even that had an element to it that was interesting. Like, the studying thing was kind of interesting, but, again, it's a really bad game. It's a bad game. Don't play it. But every MMO I've played pretty much has had some redeeming quality to it. So keep it a secret. I will believe you. So here's the truth of the matter. We are not Gurgurs, but Devas. And not just Devas, but Devas of Elysia. We came to Asmodee long ago through a rift. Most of my companions died fighting the Archons, but we few survived. We changed our form to preserve our lives. Eventually we learned the Asmodean language. The others no longer want to go home. But I have not endured these trials in vain and must find a way to return to Elysia. That's unbelievable. Deva Avazay, please look upon me as a friend in terrible need rather than your enemy. Are we not all Devas of Atreya united in eternal battle against the Balar? Please help me return home to Elysia. I've landed in the Treva's birth, the stide as a Shugo to stow away in a ship to the abyss. If you will guard me as I take my way there, I can come to the anchors to Jorheim by cover by night. I'll wait for you. Alrighty. That's right, I remember this quest. So I'm helping in Elysia. And see, this is one of the things I actually liked about the Asmodean quest line. You know, because even though they were considered, you know, these harsh, arrogant, you know, proud people that were facing adversity and blah blah yakety schmackety, there were quests like this where like, hey, I'm a Deva of Elysia and I'm kind of going to get murdered if you don't help me. Could you just like find it in your heart to not be an asshole? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Hopefully that's not going to be something I'm going to murder in like 40 levels, but sure, I can do that. But, you know, I mean, every MMO I've played has some kind of redeeming quality, something that makes it interesting. You know, Warhammer Online was not a well-coded game at all, but, you know what? What time is it in game? It's like 6:39 in the morning. Balls. Well, I'm gonna wait. Hang on a second. You know, Warhammer Online had, you know, instead of having mana and rage and all that kind of stuff, everybody had energy, and it, you know, the PvP on it was actually good. Like, it was actually enjoyable PvP. Ah, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to the character screen. My bad. Hang on a sec. Boop. Hang on a sec. Actually, no, let's not hang on a sec. Let's see if I can remember my password. I mean, it should be the same as it was, you know, like 10 minutes ago. Fuck, okay. Excuse me? What? There we go. Haha. Whoa. I forgot about that. Why do I have something on this for fell on here? I'm sorry, copy pasta. You need to go. I figured while I'm waiting for nightfall to fall. Nightfall to fall. Okay. That's an English sentence, I swear. But, I'm waiting for nightfall here. I figured that I would go ahead and log on an alternate account for about 15 or 20 minutes. Turn it off so that way you guys can't see my password and shit. I mean, I could just turn off my mouse pointer too, but, you know, lazy. Welcome to the Westlight. The fuck are you talking about? Okay, so I have not played this character since... everything started. Everything changed, so I have no idea what God's name has been altered or not. So I'm going to just kind of start everything over from scratch. I lost a lot of buttons, though. I did notice that. You know what? I'm going to turn off, do what I did before, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the LFG channel. So that way I don't have to see the spam constantly. I'm going to move you over here. You guys are pretty much the same, so I don't have to worry about you. Now, let's see. What buttons do I have? I have Bandage Heal, which is no longer useful. Empyrean Armor heals you for 25% and increases your maximum HP by 50 and natural healing for 3 minutes. Oh, damn. In addition, you receive less damage when you're attacked by an enemy player. Damn, that casts for a long-ass fucking time. Jesus Christ, that is a huge spell. Holy shit. I mean, it's a 5-minute cooldown with a 3-minute... Like, damn, that's almost like a mandatory cooldown. That's like a Theraput thing. I'll put you right there. Maybe I'll just stick you right there instead. Courageous Shield, what is this? Conditional. After a successful shield defense or magic resistance, increases your physical attack by 20%, critical strike by 100, and accurate by 10 seconds. Fuck yes! Yes, please, and thank you. That solves every problem that the Templar had before 4.8 when you were questing. Because before, I mean, I used Sword Mort anyway, but using the Great Shield, I would kill things so much faster with only like 4 abilities. I didn't have any of my shield abilities because I was using a 2-hander, but it didn't really matter. Aether Leash. Oh, this doesn't require DP anymore. Pulls an enemy 6 decreases movement speed, 10 increases enmity. Hey, cool! That's not a fucking leash anymore. That doesn't require DP anymore. Awesome. Divine Blow. Okay. Ferocious Strike. Available when you equip a melee weapon. Got it. Okay, what's Avenging Blow? Chain Skill. Rage. Increases your physical attack by 21 for 10 seconds and creates a protective... Oh, I didn't... Wait. That increases your physical attack now? No shit. Increases your physical attack by 21 for 10 seconds and creates a protective shield for 100%... That makes that a hell of a much stronger, because now instead of it just being a shield, it actually gives you a damage boost on top of it, which actually makes it usable. You want to use that on almost every single occasion then. Ferocious Strike, Robust Blow. 10 seconds. Flight speed. Movement speed and flight speed, so that's going to be like that. Shield counter. Face Smash. Am I reading that right? Face Smash? Smashes your target with a shield of successful shield defense or magic resistance and stuns it briefly. 3, 5. Shield Bash. Okay, you're gonna be 5, 8. You're gonna be 8. Dazing Severe Blow. Inflicts increases enemy, decreases physical attack, and speed for 12. So I'm going to put you there. Empyrean Chastis. Okay, that's that. Area around caster taunts up to 6 enemies within 8 meters, increase their enmity, and blocks 1 physical shield attack with the shield within 12 seconds. And blocks 1 physical attack with a shield within 12 seconds. If the target is a player character, there's a chance to make them look at the caster. So that actually makes it useful then. Cool. I'm gonna make that 9. Yeah, I'll make that 9. Is that the way I normally had? I'm trying to remember. Maybe I'll have that too. I gotta think about this shit some. I'll have that as 9, because I'll use it, but not as much as attacky stuffs. Sorry, I know this is not exactly thrilling. I'm just trying to figure out how this shit's gonna work. Wow. Okay. Wow, they really, like, changed the hell out of Templars. Holy shit. Like, before, you know, before you like I was saying before, even though I was low level, there was no real advantage to having a shield. There was no purpose to having a shield. It didn't do anything for you. You know, at least for soloing stuff, this actually really, really super incentivizes having a shield, which is good because it's a fucking shield class. Increases block by 500%, physical defense by 10%, stun, knockback, stumble, spin, and aerial thrust variances by 1,000, immobilization resist by 1,000, reduced speed resist by 1,000, magic resist by 120, and magic suppression by 280. Increases fear resist, can't jump while the skill is in effect, and using another skill deactivates the skill. Oh, it's one of those. It's that buff. I know, my rants are epic. It's that skill. Okay. So that's going to be there, I think. Taunt a target within 15 meters to reach its enemy if the target may be a chance to look at them. So why? Oh, within 8 meters. Body smash. Damage on a target. Let's see, 4. I'm trying to get a feel for the spells here. 1, 2, 3. That'll be useful. That is like a shield bash, shield counter, pa-bam. Pull someone to you. That, and that. I'll take it off because on the plus side, at least it's only like an 8-second delay. Before it was like a 15 or 30-second delay, something like that. Now, let me see. Aether leash. Because I provoke. Six. I'm trying to think. Fuck. Buttons, dude. Buttons are hard, man. Because I have a setup in my head of what button on my keyboard, what button on my mouse does what. And I'm trying to figure out how that'll fit in so I can just kind of use muscle memory to hit the right button in the right sequence. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna think this shit through. These are the buttons I want to keep so far. In this order. Now. That is gonna be... AoE one I want to keep. Remember having challenging... And sad thing, I'm thinking about it in terms of the buttons I had for WoW. And how I had them set up, because that's where the muscle memory developed. You know, certain buttons were used for certain abilities on my druid, and therefore, whenever I played any other class, you know, anything that had a similar effect to that, I kind of kept it on the same button, so I could kind of remember what was what. Challenging, that was always a buff. So that would go here. That was always my sprint. That was stealth or... Was that stealth or challenging roar? I can't remember. This was always like a charge. I have a fucking charge somewhere, don't I? One of these is fucking called charge, I remember that. Oh, that. I knew that. That was charge, or... Yeah, that's gonna be a pull. Or is this the pull? It's the pull. That's the pull. I'll keep that on here, because these seem to be... Increases your physical attack. Yeah, I'll have that, because these are all conditionals right here. Okay, that makes sense in my head. Alright, now. Provoking Roar. Taunt is usually 8, I think. I actually usually have it on 9, but... I'll have that on that, because that's directly behind it. So, and 5 is the normal bash. That'll be... Okay, I think I figured it out. Finally. Alrighty, cool. Whoa. What is that? Is that my flight meter? Veteran boost. What the fuck is a veteran boost? I don't have a veteran boost. I'm not a freaking veteran. I never played this character. Is it because I had her before 4.8?
You startled me.
Things are getting worse.
Oh,
Fantastic. Oh, I don't care about you. Switch to small transparent map. Okay. Unlock. Whoops. Gonna move you down here. Maybe farther? Can I move you farther? Can I change the size of this thing at all? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, Shaz. Okay. On the plus side, I can turn in quests somewhere. There it is. Okay. And this is what I was talking about for the Elysium side of things. It's all just like desert. It's all effing desert. It drives me nuts.
Welcome.
The Shugo fugitive. When Gestenirk left, the Karabar arrived. Warhammer. Yeah, that's right. Sorry about the rant. Yeah, distorted rants. Yes, Warhammer Online, it had, the way its combat was set up, it actually had really interesting PvP. Now, towards the end, I heard that the way they had the renown system, everything got fucked up and it all became gear-based and all that kind of stuff. But the actual, the PvP combat itself was actually good. I really enjoyed doing the whole RVR and, the fighting was fun. Everything felt relatively balanced. I mean, there were classes that were completely fucking broken, but that wasn't really to do with the whole, base core combat system. It was just because those classes were really badly designed. Like, whatever the hell those classes were called, the ones that had the lions. Shit, I can't think of their names. But, they apparently, from what I understand, they were completely screwed up in terms of lore anyway, because those classes had been turned into a pet class when they were never supposed to be a pet class. They were supposed to kill, they had lion pets in the game, but according to the Warhammer lore, they were actually killed the lions and used their pelts. They didn't keep them as pets, or something like that. Apparently, the game was kind of a clusterfuck from a lore point, which I can understand, because if WoW had completely fucked up the lore, Warlords of Draenor, it would really highly upset me. But, sorry, I was reading the quest and forgot that I was supposed to be talking. But, it had an interesting combat system, and, if it hadn't been so badly coded, it would have been a much better game. It had a good core concept to it.
Can I help you?
Aion has a good combat system, you know what I mean? I want to say it's fixed a lot of the things I didn't like about it, so, it's really improved in the past few years. I enjoy the game greatly now. Whereas before, some of the stuff, like the grindy aspect of it, drove me absolutely batshit insane. But, Age of Conan had really fun combat for its time. It was just, gratuitous. And that's, the only word I can think of, which is hilarious given, what Terra looks like now. But, it was just something about it. It was a great game up until, level 20. It was really nice, really fleshed out, but you can kind of tell. Yeah, I'm talking about the Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning, yeah. It had good core combat, but the way it was coded, you can tell that they were trying to get around some coding issues, because, they basically had to effectively rewrite time. There was actually something, I remember reading it on a, wow, okay. I remember reading on one of their forum posts that they actually had something written in the core, code of the UI, that there was some kind of 300, it was 0.3 of a second delay built into every, Jesus Christ, oh, thank you, Yaninho, or Yanin H0, sorry, I guess Yaninho, for the follow. I appreciate that. God, that sound's gonna get me every single time I forgot that follow alert was up. Yeah, there is a private server out for it. I've been kind of keeping an eye on it. It's only up to, I think level 20 right now. They're still in the process of rebuilding it. And I'm actually glad to see that. Hopefully they can, you know what I mean? It sounds, I don't know if they're going to be trying to, quote-unquote, recreate the new experience, You know, but maybe they can actually try to improve on some of the things that got... Whoa, that's a lot of light. That's a lot of buttons. That's a lot of effing buttons, dude. Avenging Blow. What is Avenging Blow? Why do I not have a button for that? Okay, Avenging Blow. You lash out at a target. Oh. Well, that's going to cause slight issues here. Hang on a second. Huh? Okay, requires a shield. Well, in that case... 1, 2, 3... Well, in that case, this is probably going to... Because that used to be Weakening Severe Blow, and now it's called Body Smash. 1, 2... I'm trying to think. It's not working. Oh, that's fine. Believe me, I'm going to continue ranting regardless of whether or not anybody's going to be listening to me. Because I do it a lot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put you as a buff. Do I really want to put you all the way hell back there? Is that something I want to do? I would like to put you there. 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9. Ah, yes, that's the one that has that super... I remember that now. Okay, I remember now. I remember that spell. I feel impressed with myself now. Whee! Actually, by this point, I'm pretty sure that's, Alt Guard is dark by now, so I'll probably have to log out and come back in. How long have I been... I've only been going for an hour, huh? That's odd. Actually, no, I've been going for like 3 hours now, because I started at 6. No, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, so it's been like 4 hours now. But, come on, Dado. Dadu. Dadu, dadu. Okay. Let me go ahead and check back on my main girl here real quick. Options, properties, capture mouse server. Okay. Gonna do that real quick. Alright, let's see. Computer, please. Computer, please. Is it dark yet? God damn it. I was gone for too long. Son of a bastard. That sucks. Whatever. It's good enough. I'll just come back when it's dark out. Meh. I'll just come back when it's dark. Maybe. I'll try. No promises, but I'll try. Oh, I need to kill you guys anyway. Cool. Well, thank you. So, I'll go ahead and buff you. Because I can. Because I'm a nice person like that. Now. Yoop. Flippity flappity. Penguin power activate. Oh, damn, y'all are dead. Balls. Okay. Okay, shift 1, shift 4. But you know, even though he's burbing, I'm sure there are other people here somehow listening to my rants, and you have my sincerest thanks and condolences at the same time. But, I mean, every MMO has had their ups and downs, has their drawbacks. I mean, you know, WoW's drawback is that, you know, I mean, especially now, it's just, the game is old. You know, the game is dated. It's become a victim of its own success almost. You know, it's become so popular that at this point there's really nothing they can do. I didn't know you were twitching. I loved your Dragon Force videos. Hi! You actually, oh my god, somebody actually watched my Dragon Force stuff? Jesus Christ. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, I love playing Dragon Force. I like playing the game. I like putting the game on YouTube. I wish, you know, life is what it is, but I wish that I had more time to actually do it. As it is, unfortunately, I work so much. I mean, it's kind of my job, I have to, and I mean, honestly, I enjoy my job or else I wouldn't have it. Well, and the fact that I'm good at it would probably have something to do with that as well, or at least I'm not terrible at it. You know, I just wish I had more time and energy at the end of the day to actually do that stuff more often. You know, I hate not being able to put a video up every day like I used to before I got promoted. You know, I liked having that kind of consistency. Even on days when I didn't want to do it, I enjoyed doing it, you know what I mean? But it's just, unfortunately, I kind of gotta, you know, I gotta prioritize and fit in what I can fit in when I can fit it in. I mean, right now I have the weekend off, so I'm trying to fit in as much gamage as I possibly can. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, I'm glad you're still enjoying it, because I'm still trying to finish out the my Highland series here. And it's kind of interesting, you know, something that I think I mentioned in one of the videos, and probably multiple times now, is that how each scenario has a slightly different take on this, you know, similar story points. Like in Wine's scenario, you learn a lot more about, you know, the major NPCs like Frest and Ramda than you would in say like in the Junin scenario, where Ramda just kind of showed up and then immediately died, and you were just kind of like, no question mark, like you're like, what the fuck just happened? Who is this person? You know, whereas you're playing the Wine scenario, you can kind of understand who this guy is, you know, and why it's important that he exists within the realm of the story. So it's, you know, it's interesting that those storylines are different, you know, and it doesn't become too much of, you know, retreading the same storyline over and over again, even though you're playing the same scenario effectively 8 different times. But I do love that game dearly. That might be my favorite game ever created. Even though I bitch about it constantly, and I'm like, you know, they could do this thing to make this game better. You know what they could do to make, you know. But it's all in jest. It's a very fun game to play, and I very much, you know, I very much recommend that anybody who hasn't played it goes play it, because there is no game. I mean, and I'm being absolutely 100% serious when I say this. There is not another game in existence that is like Dragon Force. There are games that are similar to it, you know what I mean? Like Ogre Battle, Fire Emblem, kind of. I know there was a game on PSP that came out that was considered by some people to be like the spiritual successor to Dragon Force, but it turned out to be really bad because there was a lot of RNG elements to it that Dragon Force didn't have. You know, Brigandine is another one that was kind of similar, but you know, there is no game that has been created that is like Dragon Force. That game does not exist. It's not there. You know, and that's cool that game is so unique, you know, almost 20 years later, that, you know, you can't find another game like it. You know, it's really cool that they made something that unique. Because that's not something you see, that's very, very, very rare, especially nowadays. So yeah, if anybody who's watching this, you know, if you ever wanna find an interesting game, you should totally, you know, I would say pick it up. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, I mean, a Sega Saturn itself costs like $40 on eBay. You can find those pretty easily. Now, finding an actual, like, legit copy of Dragon Force on eBay is probably going to cost you like $150, because it's a rare game. Luckily enough, I actually still have, excuse me, oh, fuck, what? Whoa. Whoa, 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 what? Whoa, the fuck? I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? The fuck was that? Okay. That may have scared me worse than the goblin aggro sound. Alright. That is not fucking cool, game. That is way not fucking cool. Wait a minute, did they implement, like, rift invasions in here? Like, legit, you know, like a rift-style invasion in Aion where they used rifts? Is that a thing that's happening right now? I mean, if so, that's really awesome, but, like, Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me, game. Don't do that. And if that is the case, can I actually, like, do something about that, or is this a max level thing? But anyway, thank you, Yuniho, for the follow, and for actually watching my Dragon Force series and being one of, like, maybe 4 people in existence that do. I didn't think that existed, so thank you. I hope you stick around, you know. As much as I love to talk to myself, it's fun to talk to other people, too. Okay. Did I get all the stuffs around here? Soul Essence, what is that? Oh, I already know those, okay. Now.
Nice to meet you.
Securing the trade route. Thank you, Peko. Or Peku, or what the fuck ever you're called.
Bad.
This is bad. Yerk. Now, even in game games like Brindle and I very similar in some aspects, Generals 8 Kingdoms, the combat system is so unique. Yeah, exactly. The Dragon Force